Hello guys, welcome to the movie recap review. Happy watching.
Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go.
Posing as a high-ranking government operative, Bartholomew recruits Marine sniper Levi Kane for a classified, year-long mission. Chosen for his exceptional skills and his complete lack of personal ties, Levi accepts the assignment without question. In September, he parachutes into an undisclosed location where he meets JD, the lone operative he is set to replace. JD briefs him on the mission. Levi is to guard an observation tower on the western edge of a vast gorge, serving the interests of Western nations. On the opposite side, an Eastern counterpart mans a similar outpost, but direct communication between them is strictly forbidden. No contact with the outside world is allowed. Since World War II, this operation has remained a closely held secret, even hidden from world leaders. Levi's duties include filing monthly status reports, maintaining the automated defense systems, landmines and turrets, and serving as a last line of defense against whatever might emerge from the depths of the gorge. JD calls them Hollow Men. He offers a final warning. No one who has ever entered the gorge has returned.
Is the gorge the door to hell?
A helicopter arrives to extract JD, leaving Levi alone at the outpost. Once JD's identity is confirmed, a soldier aboard the chopper executes him on Bartholomew's orders. In October, Levi spots a figure in the opposing tower through his binoculars. He later learns the other sniper is Drąsa Kanait, an elite Lithuanian marksman in service to Russia. During her birthday in November, Drąsa breaks protocol by writing a message inviting Levi to introduce himself, sparking an ongoing exchange of whiteboard messages. Their silent communication is interrupted when a sudden attack from scrambling creatures forces them to work together, eliminating the threat from their respective positions. The next day, while replacing landmines, they are both startled by a drone rising from the gorge and vanishing into the sky. As Christmas approaches, Levi and Drąsa celebrate remotely from their towers. Through binoculars and written notes, they play chess and drums, their connection deepening into mutual attraction. By February, Levi watches Drąsa mourn the loss of her father, Erica's, who had confided in her that he planned to take his own life on Valentine's Day. When Drąsa expresses a longing for companionship, Levi fires a zipline across the gorge, which she secures to a tree. Crossing over, he joins her for a rabbit pie dinner, one that leads to something far more intimate. The next morning, Levi crosses the zipline once more, but a sudden landmine explosion severs the cable. As he plummets toward the gorge, he deploys his parachute, slowing his descent. Drąsa leaps after him, activating her own parachute. Battling the furious rapids below, she navigates the treacherous waters and reaches Levi, who has become ensnared in the grasp of a bizarre tree. Its elongated, fang-like branches excrete a sticky, adhesive substance, trapping him like a fly in a web. She fights to free him before they press on. Suddenly, humanoid figures with gnarled, branch-like protrusions charge at them on horseback. The Hollow Men attack relentlessly, forcing Levi and Drąsa into a brutal fight. When the last of the creatures falls, they discover the attackers were clad in tattered military uniforms from the lost battalions of the 1940s. With Drąsa's auto-ascender lost in the fall, the pair follows the river in search of another way out of the gorge. Their path leads them to a ruined village, its remnants whispering of a catastrophe long past. Within the crumbling walls of an abandoned church, they uncover skeletal remains, bodies marked by the unmistakable traces of cyanide poisoning. Surviving yet another monstrous ambush, they push onward and stumble upon a ruined laboratory. There, amid the wreckage, they find an old film reel. As it plays, a scientist appears on screen, revealing the village's grim history. A secret coalition of nations, working in parallel with Oppenheimer's Manhattan Project, had been developing biochemical missiles in this hidden enclave. But when a devastating earthquake struck, it ruptured containment facilities, unleashing toxic agents that fused human DNA with the surrounding flora and fauna, birthing the horrors now stalking the land, including the Hollow Men. While searching the ruined laboratory, Levi stumbles upon a modern computer bearing the logo of Dark Lake. As he and Drasa dig through its files, a chilling truth emerges. They were never working for their respective militaries. Instead, they had been pawns in a private corporation's secret project, using genetic research to engineer super soldiers. Among the files, Levi uncovers one labeled Stray Dog. It details a hidden failsafe, a self-destruct protocol that can be triggered if the facility's cloaking arrays, currently disabled, expose the Gorge to external detection. As they make their way out of the facility, a Hollow Man ambushes them, seizing Drasa. Levi pursues them through the ruins to an old missile silo, where he engages the creature in a desperate battle. They uncovered his true identity from his badge. Bradford Shaw, the first soldier ever assigned to guard the West Tower decades ago. Fighting their way through massive mutated tree tendrils overtaking the silo, Levi and Drasa barely escape. Outside, they commandeer an abandoned jeep, using its winch to ascend back to the surface while fending off relentless Hollow Men attacking from all sides. Upon returning to the East Outpost, they agree to quarantine in their respective towers for 5 days, the incubation period for toxic exposure. As they prepare to separate, Levi confesses his belief that he was chosen for this mission because he had no personal ties, making him expendable. But meeting Drasa changed that. Now he has something worth fighting for. Drasa proposes they disappear together, escaping to France. But Levi insists they have unfinished business. The Gorge must be destroyed, so no more soldiers are sent to die here. Before parting, he tells her he loves her, then steps onto the newly rigged zipline, crossing back to his side of the Gorge. During Levi's scheduled status report, Bartholomew abruptly cuts in, questioning him about unauthorized activity detected in the Gorge laboratory. Unbeknownst to Levi, Bartholomew has already seen footage of him and Drasa on a hidden surveillance feed. Maintaining his cover, Levi denies entering the Gorge. Feigning ignorance, Bartholomew suggests that his counterpart, Drasa, must have been the one to activate the lab's systems, and must therefore be eliminated. He orders Levi to assassinate her. Levi seemingly accepts the mission, but Bartholomew, sensing his deception, mobilizes a strike team to take Levi out instead. From across the Gorge, Drasa signals Levi, revealing a message declaring her love for him. Their moment is cut short as a helicopter carrying Bartholomew and her soldiers descends upon them. The pair scrambles as Bartholomew deploys attack drones, which streak through the sky in pursuit. Dodging relentless fire, Levi and Drasa manage to destroy the drones one by one. From separate sniper positions, they take aim at the cloaking arrays. The synchronized shots hit their mark, exposing the Gorge and triggering the Stray Dog self-destruct protocol. Moments later, a massive explosion erupts, consuming the entire area. Bartholomew's helicopter, caught in the blast, spirals out of control before crashing in a fiery wreck. In the aftermath, Drasa emerges from quarantine, unaware if Levi survived the destruction. Following their plan, she escapes to Aix, France, where she waits at their agreed-upon meeting place. When Levi fails to arrive on time, she reluctantly opens the letter he left for her. Inside, a poem written in case he didn't make it. April arrives. At the seaside restaurant where Drasa now hides as a waitress, Levi appears, worn but alive. He explains it took him longer than expected to find her, his journey delayed by injuries sustained in the explosion. Relief floods through Drasa. They exchange playful banter before their reunion culminates in a passionate kiss, the weight of survival and love binding them together once more.
And that's the end of the story. I hope you liked it. Comment down below what movies do you like us to recap next. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.